Hi everyone, this is Aizen and Danian from my cigar blog, and it's a sunny day today. But reason for this video review is to do something to have a little bit of a cigar experiment. A few days ago, I got a box of Bolivar Petit Coronas with the box code of POL June 10. Yeah, you can probably see, the mirror effect sucks. But yeah, you can see the box code right there. It's Bolivar Petit Coronas. Now, it's not an unusual cigar for me. It's something which I've smoked quite a lot of over the last couple of years. However, I haven't really bought a new box of these for quite some time. Just mostly singles here and there. But what's interesting about this particular box, and not just because it's a Bolivar, uh, but it's got this amazingly, and I use the word amazing in a very light-hearted way, amazing ammonia smell. When I first received the box, the first thing I did was open it, and I was assaulted with this crazy shafting aroma right up my nose. And even today, about a few days after I've kept it in the cooler, it's still giving off some amazing scents. Let me. Woo! Ooh! I mean, if webcams came with smell sensors, then I could probably tell you what it smells like. But ammonia is like the smell of dry piss, basically. Uh, dry piss. Yeah, that's what ammonia smells like, and this smells just like that. Ooh. Ah. The thing about cigars is that, yeah, I mean, the fermentation process naturally gives off these chemicals, and that's where the smell comes from. But it's quite rare to come across a box of cigars which has it in such pungent quantities. So what I'm going to do today, although many people have asked me to not to just keep them and not look at them for another 6 months or waiting for the ammonia to completely get out of the cigar system, I'm going to smoke one cigar today just because I can, and just because I want to know what it's like to smoke a cigar that comes from a box that smells that much like yesterday's piss. Alright, wish me luck. If you don't see me again in a few minutes, it probably means I passed out and or died or gone into a coma. I'll be back in a minute with the lighting of that cigar. Hang on, guys. Alright, the particular stick that I've selected for this experiment comes from the top of the box, but it's the most ugly one I could find. It's got veins running all through it, a lot of mottling and teediness. It looks like one hell of a shitty cigar as far as Bolivar standards go. Oh, ooh. Even from the smell of the wrapper and the foot, it's definitely there. It's got that metallic rustiness which I've come to recognize in Bolivar cigars, and the food has got quite a nice. To be fair, it's got quite a nice woodiness, nutty woodiness, but yeah, it's it does still have quite ugh, a reeking aroma of ammonia, even though it's an individual stick and not, its brothers and sisters as a package. Alright, in just a little while, we're going to find out whether ammonia is flammable. If I suddenly explode and blow my face off and cinch off all the hair off my head, you know why, and I leave all my cigars to my friends at the Friends of Habanos Forum. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, I didn't blow up. So yeah, the cigar is not flammable. I mean, ammonia in this small amounts, despite the smell, it's not going to explode on me. Yeah, but the Bolivar Petit Corona is it's one of those perennial favorites. Something I really enjoy. But again, as I was saying that, I haven't had one for quite a while. This is the first one I'm going to be having in this year. And I think I only had a handful at most last year. Woo! Right off the bat, very spicy. Saliva gland going to overdrive right now. But yeah, distinctively Bolivar still. Despite what happened with the aroma of the box, woody creaminess, a bit of nuts mixed in with this jalapeno spice. Mmm, really tasty on the lips. It's burning. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna get back to you after the third or so. Hang on, guys. Ooh. Um, it's an interesting cigar so far. It's gone past the first third already. It's I should have listened to sound advice. I should have waited perhaps. The harshness is definitely there. It's really biting at the back of my throat, and it's a bit of a shame that the cigar is doing that because flavor-wise, aroma-wise, it's lovely. It's really very Bolivar. That woody nuttiness, the slight tinge of creaminess right around the edges, and it's got this very adorable, I use that word rarely, adorable floral aroma that just tickles the nose and creates all sorts of images of wide open fields with daisies and flowers. Draw is perfect. The burn, as you can see, is ideal. Uh, Besides that harshness, there really isn't anything bad to say about the cigar. Uh, could the ammonia be the reason? Could the ammonia not be a reason, but be an indicator that the cigar is going to be harsh? It looks like the answer is affirmative on that question. Yeah, a little bit of a bite. I'm going to have to wash it down with quite a bit of cold water after this to get rid of that bite at the back of my throat. It's a little bit irritating. It's like a bit of a sore throat even. But for the sake of a cigar and for the sake of this review, I'm going to power through this and see what happens right at the end. Hang on, guys. I'll be back later. Um, Down to the last third. I'm going to need a lot more than a drink of cold water to get this away. It's maybe a warm cup of tea with honey mixed in. Oh, it's really scratching. Oh, I'd say almost unsmokable. Especially down to this last bit where, wow, the harshness is just, oh, oh. But it's got some redeeming factors though. I mean, through the harshness, if I was to really just close my eyes and concentrate on the flavors, it's got a wonderful finish, typical of the Bolivar line. There's a floral woodiness with a bit of spice right now, mint. Um, yeah, it's quite a delightful finish on the palate, which is a shame. It's all more a shame that it's got such a harsh overtone to it. Um, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but just so painful to smoke right now. So much so that I just can't recommend it. Um, it's This cigar has got a bit of time to go. It's got a lot of potential because the baseline flavors are there, and you can feel that it's trying its best to deliver. But it probably just can't help itself because it's still so fresh. And this is a cigar June what? It's like 8-9 months now. Um, a cigar this harsh, but maintaining its flavor profile, does say something about its aging potential. it can either go two ways. It can become a great cigar once it mellows out the harshness a bit, or it can just continue being harsh and just bad all around. My experience with Cubans is that a cigar that is harsh, I don't think I've had one that's been as harsh as this for quite some time, uh, will actually develop quite nicely if it's stored under the right conditions and given some time. So as for the rest of this box, it's sayonara, bye bye into the back of my humidor for the next 6 months at least before I try it again. Um, but yeah, that's what the Bolivar Petit Corona, especially this particular box, has done for me. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Alright guys, those of you who have been watching my reviews know that I never give up on a cigar this early, but I'm going to have to say goodbye to this one right away. My throat, it's not worth it. Alright, I'll be back with you again soon guys. This is Aizun Danon from My Cigar Blog signing off. Take care.